Hi everybody, welcome to All Games New and Old. I am David Rodriguez, and today I'm going to be unboxing Circadians First Light 2nd Edition. This is set in the same world as the brand new Circadians Chaos Order, and I actually got them at the same time because I backed them on Kickstarter. And there's not any specific Kickstarter extras, you just get it a little earlier than other folks. Now, while this is connected to that, this is in no way connected to Last Light, which is a game by Roy Kennedy that's coming out down the road, which I'm also very excited about, and is also space-themed. They have nothing to do with each other, just slightly similar names, but you know, one's the first, one's the last, and that's just how it is. So anyway, let me turn this over. So this is for 1 to 4 players, ages 12 and up, and plays in 60 to 90 minutes. It says, Circadians First Light is a competitive dice placement and resource management game with variable player powers. The aim of the game is to lead a team of researchers on the recently discovered planet of Rye, or Ree, I'm not sure which. Players will need to manage their crew, dice, to visit various parts of the planet, score points for negotiating with the locals, harvesting resources for the depository, upgrading their research bases, exploring the planet, and collecting gems. The game is played over 7 rounds. At the end of the final round, the player with the most points is declared the winner. Story. We were light years from our home, galaxies away, when we first discovered this ancient celestial body, a planet filled with intriguing, intelligent life forms, not too unlike our own. Some built kingdoms below the surface of the green seas, while others controlled the desert-filled plains and cliffs. Among them we found scientists, inventors, farmers, traders, and fighters. While our presence has been unsettling for some, we've had very few incidents with the locals. Still, we Circadians, Earth's famed explorers, must do what we can to ensure peace. We must respect this world and its hosts. The heads of Moontide passed down orders from above. We are to open negotiations with the 3 clans in hope of gaining their favor. Along with our own security, while on the planet, we are to open negotiations with the 3 clans in hopes of gaining their favor along with our own security while on the planet. We must also collect organic samples for the depository on Moontide. This is new ground for all of us, but we must be brave and resourceful. The future of the Circadians depends on it. So, that's what that is. I like how they did this with Chaos Order too, where it breaks down, there's sort of like the more mechanical description and then the story description. I like that. Of course, there's a nice picture of the game on the back as well. So, let's get into this. Okay, there we go. I'm starting to get a little worried. Let me pull this open. I was always tempted to get the first edition of this, and from what I understand, there's not a massive amount of differences. I believe this box has some stuff that was in, or maybe all the stuff that was in an expansion for the first one, and they probably have adjusted things here or there. I did hear an interview with the designer saying that the main thing was that he made it so that it was a round shorter, and you just start with more stuff, so that way the game play is not quite as long, but you still get the same kind of fulfilling experience, which I think is a great way to do an update. You know, if you can just tighten it up without messing up what was there, that's fantastic. So, let me open this up. You know, also the first edition, it's funny because at first I wasn't a big fan of the artwork. I didn't dislike it either. It just wasn't for me. But it kind of started growing on me over time. I don't know why. Like, I kept seeing it, and I was like, oh, this is actually not so bad. And I was like, I kind of like this, actually. You know, just really just kind of solid, thick lines. And just, what I realized is the characters, even though some of them are very alien, it kind of reminds me of the show Archer for some reason. I don't know if if any of you can see that, let me know. But that's, for some reason, it strikes me as being a little bit like that show. So, either way, I do like this art now. It's sort of a funny thing. That's one of those things where I guess it just had to grow on me. So, it's very colorful. That's nice. All right, so here is our rule book. And it is 20 pages. The back page has like it looks like a description of what's on the contract cards. Let's go through this a little bit. Okay. All right, so lots of nice full color pictures. Looks like examples. I like to point that kind of thing out, and obviously, you know, I'm not reading it as I go here, but I love having good examples, especially with pictures attached to it. So I did have a chance to read the rulebook for this yesterday, and it doesn't sound too hard. I think I'm gonna have to lay it out and walk myself through a turn or two to really feel like I got the hang of it, though, because there's a lot going on. It's just not too crazy. So we have here player screens, because as you are choosing where to put your dice for part of it, you're going to be hiding that information, and then you kind of reveal all at the same time. So I'm guessing all these screens are the same. They look like they're the same artwork. And inside it has some stuff about like the player setup, and then like the turn structure and game scoring. So all kind of good, useful information that you have in there. And there's one for each player. So yeah, they're all the same. I mean, when I saw they had screens, I was kind of hoping they'd all be a little different, but not a big deal. So, all right. So here's some of the various kind of locations that you can put your people, as well as I believe some of the leaders that you can choose. So your foundry, laboratory, mining camp, and market, and then we have Larian and Zacharo. So, or that might be. I think those are the actual the races in the game. Okay. So you have your negotiation stuff here, it looks like. If that's to be believed. So, yeah, I'm trying to remember how this goes. It's there's a lot to it, but either way, you can come and negotiate things, and you get victory points. I believe that's what the little ribbon thing signifies. A couple more locations: the Academy in the control room, the Drake card. We have, I think it's garages and, power plants maybe? I don't know if that's right, but another kind of building that you can upgrade. And then there's different things that each one does too. So, okay, so here is, okay. Oh, these are, okay, the back here, these are the AIs you can go against because you can play solo. So there's an easy, standard, hard, and insane one. I think I'm gonna avoid the insane for a while. On the other side, you have areas where during the game you're gonna build out your buildings. So that's nice. Here is sort of the planet board. I was gonna call it the main board, but I don't know if that's really accurate. But as the game goes on, you're gonna be sending out harvesters here to pick up these various materials, which you'll use to trade for other things and to get certain things accomplished. So the resources and gathering them is really important in this game. So, all right, we have depository in the headquarters. There's all kinds of places you could send your dice out to, and I'd probably have to skim the rules again to remember how the different dice affect different things. But let's see. I think they have different sides for different number of players. I wonder if that's for this. It says 3 people, so maybe that's 3 and up, maybe? I don't know. I'd have to look, but all right. So, you got a big bag of pretty dice, one for each player, I assume. They look nice. They kind of remind me of the Sagrada dice, but maybe they might be a smidge smaller, but that's okay. Oh boy. Okay. Are these like hex things? One of each player color. I don't even remember how this works in the game, to be honest with you, but okay. And then we have all these. Oops, let me get into here. So these kind of standard gray markers, which I believe there's certain areas where you can do things to get rewards or get drawbacks. I think you move those as you get those things. We have algae, which is a big resource. We have gems, water, of course, always important, and energy. So those are cool. All right, so here's some cards. Let's get into here. Oh, these are the leaders, okay. So you have Akira Hope, Bjorg and Sal. That's an interesting looking dude. Or, I don't know. Dan Gautama, Jacob Olander, Lysias James, Naira Soul, Renzo Nolan, Rosalind Ashford, Sable Lissetti, Sunari, Troy Sullivan, Ulkatal, Sapora, Zoe Ashford. Pretty cool looking character designs on those. And then we got this little deck here. We'll want to get that open at the Exacto. So this, in comparison to Chaos Order, which also came out, is a much more peaceful game, it sounds like. Chaos Order, you're really fighting each other, so looks like maybe different kinds of technologies that you can get. Our soda supply, I don't know if that's technology, but it's something. Might be worth victory points here at the end. Looks like Scarpy. Is it Carpy? I don't know how you say that, but little creatures. That's cool. Brick wall, water tax, clear skies. Okay, so I think these are like sort of like event things that control the whole, or that affect the whole board. So yeah, I don't know. Like I don't want to try to get too much in the weeds trying to remember all the details because there's a lot of rules. I don't think it's actually too crazy, but just remembering them at this point is going to be difficult. Yeah. Oh, hello. So here we're going to put in some of our resources, I believe. That's kind of cool. That just pulls out that way. Make sure there's nothing kicking around under here. I don't think so. Nope. Okay. So that's pretty much it. That's all the stuff for. Ooh, it's not going on. For Circadians First Light, excuse me. I just did the unboxing for Chaos Order, so my brain is wanting to get myself all confused. So bear with me if I mess my names up here. But that is it. That is Circadians First Light. I'm excited to jump into this one. I think between this and Chaos Order, this one might have the better chance of being a success for us, just because it's a little less fighty and head-to-head. But that being said, I hope they're both fantastic for us. So we'll see what happens. If you've played either the second edition or the first, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. I mean, it doesn't sound like they're very different. So definitely let me know. Or for that matter, if you've already played Chaos Order, let me know what you think of that too. I'd love to hear about it. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit like and subscribe and click the little bell icon so you know about the next time I put out a video. Otherwise, look forward to seeing you all around the table again at All Games New and Old. Bye. If you liked that video, I think you might also enjoy this one.
Or this one.
Please hit this little button to subscribe so you can see all our future videos as they come out.
We'll see you around the table.
Bye.
Bye.